Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we're here on Rooney Watch, episode 6. I think it's episode 6 anyway. West Brom against Plymouth. Plymouth actually, there's a couple of little things that they're doing a little bit better before I start criticising their goal and how terrible their team shape is. When you see it and I start explaining it, yeah, it's awful. But I do want to comment on some of the things they are doing quite well, and this is one of them. They are shutting the ball down quickly and coming out quite aggressively on the edge of the 18-yard box. Even though West Brom are getting shots off, they can't be any sort of good quality because Plymouth are getting out to them and closing them down. Right here, we're watching it. Look, he's out, closing him down. He's just about there. They're cutting out passes all the time. Here's the guy cutting a pass out, going there, pressuring the ball, pushing away. Now, there is one little thing, is they're using a little bit too much energy for that, and they don't have... I'll show you, it's easier. They don't have a forward or anyone to pick up that second area. So they're defending the box, but the area in front of that, there isn't anyone when they win the ball or do anything to put it there. Let me just show you. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Look when this ball drops here. See, right here, right in the middle of the field, there's absolutely nobody here in this area here. You see this guy? He's not deep enough. He's not back fast enough, where his whole team has come back, and there's a disconnect there. Wherever he's supposed to be playing, whatever he's supposed to be doing, no one is in the middle of the field here defending the ball. And I know it sounds silly, but it's massively important. You know what's in the middle of the field? The goal. So if you're going to let the ball come away that easily, you want to get somebody... I'm not explaining this correctly at all. I want to start drawing it on a whiteboard like I normally would do when I'm teaching it. Right, almost like in a line coming back with you when everyone's coming back, because that gap is just unacceptable. And you can see whether they don't work on their team shape enough, because when the goal comes in, you can see that it's their team shape that is the problem again. But I want to give them some credit because they're doing a couple of things all right. But let's just get onto the goal, and yeah. So this is the only problem, and it seems to be a recurring problem for them. Plymouth, I'm sorry, you just got to get better. You can't be doing this, right? Look at this. You've got 3 players, and no one is pressuring the ball. This one pass is the reason that they score a goal. That one pass, that's it. You've got 3 players doing absolutely nothing. One player, well, okay, he's kind of walking, but your shape and structure here should be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we're looking at playing, and they're not. They're an absolute mess. And you can see this guy here is completely unmarked, but yet you've got 3 players right in front of him. No one is actually aware that this guy's going to receive the ball. He doesn't. I think he just straight past him. Look, bomb, straight past him down the line there. But now the entire midfield has just been cut out from a simple pass. And it's not just a simple pass, it's a pass where you've got 3 players in front of the ball and not one is pressuring and stopping that ball go through. And now the other problem is you've got 3 players out wide that can't stop or track any runners on the back post. And you've got Mr. Lackadaisical here still wandering around. He hasn't even been alerted or understood the danger. These 2 players here should be well aware of this player here completely unmarked. And they're not. They're just kind of... But again, your whole midfield has just been taken out by one simple pass. Now the left back here gets completely done because he doesn't... Let me show you why he gets done, actually. It's really important. Right, this is one of those weird ones that people just don't quite understand. He doesn't need to go to the ball here. He doesn't. He needs just to stay. Because these guys have put him in a situation where he's going to lose. No matter what he does, he loses, right? So he doesn't really want to do anything. That sounds stupid, Cash. It's not. Listen to what I'm about to say. The space is dangerous here, not the ball. You're not really worried about him trying to whip in a worldy cross because there's nothing you can do about it. If you pressure that ball, he's going to play a 1-2 around you with this guy here. If you stand here, you can at least stop him going into the space. So the ball can go into the space here, he can pass the ball into the space, or he can run into the space. You want to take this away from him, because if you go to here, he's going to go past you into this space. That's all that's going to happen. So depending on how you react is depending on how he gets into that space. Okay? If he gets there when he's running with the ball, that's good. Sounds silly, but you know you're going to lose. He's going to get there with the ball, or he's going to pass the ball into it. You'd rather he gets there with the ball, because then you can try to squeeze him down the sideline and take that time, and hopefully one of these 3 clowns that's completely out of position will hopefully get back and help you. So you want him to run you. You want him to push back, go past you. You don't want to pressure the ball, because if you do, this is what happens. He just passes it around you into the space where you could have just dropped off and waited for reinforcements. And they're the reinforcements, these lot up here, that were completely outplayed. So when you're in a 2v1 situation as the defender, if you pressure the ball, you're going to lose. If you back off, you're going to lose. But what you are got the advantage of is if you back off, You can waste time if he runs at you, trying to tackle him or trying to push him out wide or trying to do something with it. You don't run towards him because he will just pass it around you like that. Or pass it into the space and run after it himself. So when the cross comes in, this guy's got all the time in the world just to put in a... And disappointingly, this defender here lets him get in front of him. What are you doing, mate? You're right here. Look, there you are. Don't let him get in front of you. Track him and make sure he doesn't get this little simple tapping. And then you got your arms up. What am I supposed to do? Maybe you're supposed to be in goal side of the defender. And if you wanted him to be goal side of him instead of you should have been telling him to. Because if you haven't opened your mouth and yelled at him, maybe that's why you're a bit upset. You're like, oh, well, this clown didn't come back in cover for me. Yeah, well, maybe it's one of you two, but I think that's the captain. And I think I actually liked him last week. But there we go. Other than that, I'll see you next time on the Watch Rooney Get Sacked.